problem that you have really from the beginning of time, but it seems more apparent today than ever, is that people try to rationalize the Torah. And that's a mistake. The reason why that's a mistake is because they're trying to rationalize God. If God was something you could understand, you would be God. If I could understand him, I am just like him. Therefore, I'm God. We're not supposed to understand God. We're supposed to understand what he wants. I could understand you because I'm also human. You could understand me because you're also human. We happen to speak the same language. Therefore, we could understand each other. Hashem does not have limitations like us. So, for a limited creation to understand the unlimited is impossible. So, the real reason behind every single rule in the Torah, all of them, without an exception, is not because it makes sense. It's because God said so. God said keep Shabbat, and that's the only reason you should keep Shabbat. Now, yes, there are benefits to keeping Shabbat. Yes, there are benefits to eating kosher. Yes, there are rational reasons to for a lot of things. For example, nidah, tarat mishpacha, a husband and a wife being separated from each other for half the month. There are actual real benefits and logical reasons to do it, but that's not the reason why we do it. That's just an additive to it. That's just like a little bonus. The real reason of why we have all of the mitzvot in the Torah is because the King of Kings, the creator of all creations, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, said so. That's enough. If a person lives their life that way, they'll be very righteous. Why? Tamim tiyem Hashem. Be simple. He said it, I'm doing it. That's enough. If you really believe God said it, that's more than enough reasons. The problem we have when we try to rationalize things is that even though many of the mitzvot, almost all of them, have rational reasons for why we do them, if you're only going to do things because you rationalize and it makes sense to you, it's only a matter of time before it doesn't make sense to you. So for example, keeping Shabbat. You could rationalize keeping Shabbat. What's the rational reason? Everybody needs a break. Once a week you have a break. Further, everybody needs to spend a little bit of family time. Once a week you spend some family time. Further, everybody needs a little bit of a special meal once a week. You got a special meal once a week. Further, everybody needs a special time to pray to Hashem a little extra. There you go. And I can give you many, many reasons. Problem is this. One day, a person is going to reach a financial crisis. His wife is going to tell him, honey, rent's due in a week. We don't have the money. We don't have the money. Yeah, but I get my salary in 2 weeks from now. She goes, no, you don't understand. You need the money. You need the money. They're going to kick us out. Okay, but I don't have the money. She says, I have a job. I want to make the money, and I'll get it in a week. She goes, no, you need the money now. We need the money within a couple of days. We need the money. What is he going to do? He says, he rationalizes. He goes, well, listen. God says, keep Shabbat because I can take a break. Who can take a break under such conditions? I'm stressed out the whole time. Who can eat? I can barely afford to pay rent. I'm going to pay for food. Who can sleep? Who wants to spend time with the family? Everybody's stressed out. So what does he do? He says, God wanted me to keep Shabbat under these conditions. Since these conditions are no longer valid, so therefore I can go work on Shabbat. Why? I'm helping God. I'm helping God by going to work on Shabbat. I'll make the money. So that way I can pay the rent. And then next week, I'll definitely honor Shabbat. You just rationalized violating Shabbat, which Hashem says you're not allowed. Point being is that if a person tries to rationalize the Torah, eventually he'll arrive at a point where he'll rationalize going against the Torah. So yes, there are benefits to every aspect of the mitzvot. Every one of them, with a few exceptions, that we don't know what the benefit is. We don't know how they work. For example, para aduma, the red cow. We don't know why the red cow that they slaughter and then they burn and then we use the ashes with special water and it purifies all the impure people. We don't know how that works, because if it worked according to our rational mind, that means that if, let's say I'm the Kohen that takes the ashes and the water of the red cow and I'm purifying all of you, now you're no longer considered impure, that would mean that you're all pure and I'm also pure. But that's not the way it works. I'm purifying you, and by purifying you, at the same time, I'm becoming impure. That doesn't make any sense. Rationally, it doesn't make any sense. That's what Shlomo HaMelech, the wisest man of all time, says. This is bigger than me. Meaning, it's not just this mitzvah. The whole Torah is bigger than me. I tried rationalizing it where it makes sense. If I'm pure and you're pure, that makes sense. If you're impure and I'm impure, that makes sense. But you becoming pure by me becoming impure, that doesn't make any sense. Rationally, it doesn't make any sense. So, there are certain things in the Torah that make a lot of sense and have a lot of benefits, but there are things that don't make sense.